nerds. You apparently want to talk about gaming and tech, which I do too. That's why you're here, right? That's this episode. So what this is it is the gaming and tech section, which was taken from the much longer episode known as the Week in Nerddom from the main channel at Generally Nerdy, or you can go check it out over on Rumble as well. But since you're here, let's, without any further ado, get into the gaming and tech news. So let's now get into some gaming and tech, shall we? All right, so gaming and tech, we have a couple of follow-ups to talk about. First up, welcome to the first day as I'm recording this. Second day as I'm recording this, so very likely third day as you are watching of Season 3 for Halo Infinite, and it looks like they're finally fixing this game. This is where it should have been over a year ago when it launched. But it says, so far so good. I have yet, I'm updating right now as we speak, and then I will probably get on and play at some point. Maybe not tonight because I'm a little behind on editing and such, but yeah, if you are playing it, let's have a conversation. Is it what we were hoping for, or is it still broken AF, as the kids say? It sounds like, and this is pretty awesome. This was I saw this and didn't actually include it in the notes, but Mint Blitz, who is a very popular Halo YouTuber, made a video about the broken theater game mode, and it seems that people at 343, people who have the ability to affect such things, have heard him and have heard the outcries from the community, and they have said through channels, not in any sort of official word just yet, so I guess technically this is a rumor, but we're putting it here anyway because we're already talking about Halo, that they're going to be working on theater mode, which is great because I really like to try and make clips from theater mode because you can get the camera angles in different places and you can make people look even worse when you wreck them. So yeah, I really like to do that and put it up in shorts. So please make it better or easier at least for me to do that. 343, thank you. Let's move on. All right, so the next one is a big follow-up on YouTube. It seems that the user outcry, the creator outcry, if you will, has been heard as far as the new regulations on language in videos. They aren't exactly walking it back entirely, but the new language policies that they rolled out in November, I believe. Yes, that they rolled out in November. Will be going live as of yesterday. And effectively what we're doing, so the original new policy from November was that the first 8 to 15 seconds roughly of your video, you could not use any quote-unquote harsh or what was the exact vocabulary? Something strong language or moderately strong language, I think was even part of the vocabulary. Meaning you couldn't say any kind of curse words. And now there's been a significant walk back on that. They are now saying that it's just strong language and it doesn't completely negate your ability to get monetized on the platform, that video specifically. But it does make you more susceptible to demonetization. And then throughout the course of the video, they say it can't be egregious. I think I have the exact vocabulary here in my notes. New policy will allow for monetization options carrying degrees, even with strong language at the very beginning of the video. So strong language, I think, honestly, the community, I would venture, I'm speaking out of class a little bit, but I would venture that the community would consider strong, quote-unquote, strong language F-bombs and like the harassing and maybe abusive, borderline abusive language. That would probably be strong. I don't think that's what YouTube is considering strong, though. I think you got to take it down a couple notches from that to get to their definition of strong. So be wary, creators, be wary. But again, it's not going to automatically demonetize your video if such language exists in the beginning of the video or throughout the course of the video. It seems that there's going to be some sort of other monitoring system and that it takes other things into consideration. I hate how vague they are. I hate this, which is why I here on Generally Nerdy, I try and not do any of the excessive language or any really harsh language at all, because I don't know what the line is and I want as many people to see these videos as possible. So there you go. That being said, that's what we've got for YouTube. Next is Meta. Remember in the intro we talked about YouTube and Meta. Well, Meta is now, as of right now, actually yesterday, as I was taking these notes, they have now extended Reels on Facebook to 90 seconds. Reels on Instagram have been at 90 seconds since I believe October. So now it's a uniform Reels length. You can do 90 seconds, which is still a far cry from the 10 minutes that you can do on TikTok. But honestly, who's watching 10-minute short form videos? Nobody. That's not short form, that's average form. That is average length for a digital video these days on any sort of digital video content platform. So yeah, if you do Reels, Facebook is trying to catch up with TikTok, and YouTube's leaving them all in the dust, it seems like, because they're well, I don't know. That's numbers that we need to get into on the how-to content channel, because that's not for this. Either way, that's the basic piece. 90-second Reels. Let's move right along. We have one trailer in Gaming and Tech this week, and it has to do with, honestly, I didn't see this one coming. It's Overwatch. Overwatch 2 just launched, or is launching rather, a One Punch Man collaboration. So there's going to be some new epic skins in the Overwatch 2 game store. And one of them is One Punch Man, and well, I think he's even a new character. I don't know. It's a little vague. The trailer's pretty awesome, though. Probably gonna start doing a little bit more Overwatch in the Friday videos. Just saying. But that's what we got for the trailers. Let's get into some regular-ass news. We got first in regular-ass news, Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi 4 has been announced, along with a trailer of sorts, but it's been officially announced that the 4th edition of this very, very popular franchise amongst the people who play Dragon Ball. Yeah, I'm not one of those people, so that's the announcement. Let's move right along. The next piece is rather large. So, Escape from Tarkov is a game that's played on Steam that apparently is, I've never played it, so I'm just going off of what I've read and heard from others. But apparently it is an FPS that is insanely detailed as far as like the type of ammo for each individual weapon is multifaceted. Like you can get different types of ammo for each different gun, and it just gets even more intricate from there. So that kind of gives you at least some sort of base layer idea of the intricacies of this. And also the difficulty of acquiring gear in this game is actually rather high. So, and we're getting to a point, I promise. So people tend to pay for other people's gear. You can trade gear between players, and that costs real world money sometimes to do. So there has been a bit of a cheating issue with Escape from Tarkov, sorry. And it's not... This is the interesting part, because the production company that makes this game, the developer, Battlestate Games, is, at least on a surface level, aware of the cheating issue. But I don't think they were aware of the cheating issue previous, at least not to the level in which it has reached. They were not that aware of it previous to YouTuber Goat making a video where he kind of shows how rampant the cheating is going. Approximately half of all games played on Tarkov have at least one cheater. I would imagine it's very close to all of those cheater games have multiple cheaters. I would imagine the single cheater per game is the exception, not the rule, when it comes to that. So, and there's a whole big long way in which Goat found all of these cheaters. Needless to say, of the TLDR of it is effectively he had to cheat in order to find other cheaters, because one of the main things cheaters use is wall hacks. You can see through walls. And on these maps, there are sometimes literally mountains between players, and they're signaling each other that they can see one another. So the only way that you could see through a mountain is if you're cheating. And now again, Battlestate Games is saying that they have multiple statements. The first statement that was made was, we ban thousands of cheaters a day. Please do your part and report anyone you suspect of cheating so that we can take care of these people together. And then, since the GOAT video has come out, and Linus Tech Tips actually was talking about this for 2 different WAN shows, now they're saying that they're going to be looking even deeper into it, though what that means very much remains to be seen. All of that being said, we will probably keep some tabs on this because it's very interesting, because this has greater implications across the FPS genre, not just this one specific game, though this is technically an indie game, I believe. So I don't know how much it's going to affect the rest of the community, but we will keep tabs and let you know. So that being said, let's move on. And then our next piece has to do with Amazon Prime. So we talked previously about the fact that Amazon Prime was vying for an NFL license so you could watch NFL games on Amazon Prime. That they won. I believe we even did a follow-up there. The reason this is not a follow-up, though it is related to that, is because this is actually rather huge. You are no longer required to have Amazon Prime to watch the NFL on Amazon. With a rather major caveat. And that caveat is it's only for the Black Friday game. So if you want to watch the NFL the day after Thanksgiving while you're doing all of your digital shopping, you don't need an Amazon Prime membership. You can just watch that game on Amazon, which is pretty huge. That's the news piece. There's no, you don't have to sign up for anything. This is just free for everybody. So probably testing the market here to see the viability for such things going forward. So could be actually kind of great for even Prime members. I would venture that they're theoretically, this could lead to cheaper Amazon Prime tiers as far as content goes. So potentially to be ad supported. Who knows? That's not really working for, who was it just pulled? Peacock, rather. Just pulled their free ad-supported tier, so I don't know. We'll see. It's an interesting market right now. That is all we have for regular ass news. So let's get into suggestions for gaming and tech, and this is technically a tech suggestion. It's actually a short movie, short being 4.5 minutes long, but it's made in Unreal Engine 5, which is kind of cool, but then it's also Superman. Superman Awakens is a fan-made film. It is honestly kind of badass. You should probably check it out if you are a fan of DC comic characters. It's a couple weeks old at this point, but I just found it and I just thought I would share because it is so much fun. Go check out Superman Awakens on YouTube. Once again, nerds, that was a short section that comes from a longer video on the main channel, Generally Nerdy, YouTube or Rumble. Take your pick. I'm on both. You can go find it there. You can go find all of the other news there as well, including the live episode. We do a live episode roughly once a week, every Friday evening. You can join the conversation live, or you can just leave comments here on this one or any of the other ones you find on the Clips channel. Thank you very much, nerds. We've got other news to discuss in other videos, but while we're getting out of here, don't forget that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.